课 CHN 211 汉语听力. Okay, so here we'll be doing more of Chinese listening. The course title might change, the course code might change, but don't let us bother about that too much right now. Let's just make sure we get something doing. So for this, we'll be using short-term Chinese, the textbook we were using right before the break, and then we would also be looking at some HSK mock exam. We'll be doing the listening part, and then we will be looking at some everyday Chinese dialogue to help us familiarize ourselves with other tones, other accents of Chinese. Okay, so since this is listening, there are tricks used in listening to help one listen effectively. So let's just talk about it briefly, but what we have to do is more of practical, something more of offline listening. I would more of offline listening. So let me explain this. So if you want to listen effectively, you don't have to understand everything at once, or you just have to sometimes be able to have the confidence to be able uh, to guess in some instances, because by guessing you increase your confidence for listening and confidence for speaking. And also that is important, but to take it in a systematic way. When you listen and visualize what the speaker means. You visualize because your visual memory will help you retain information and then help you process and be able to recall and repeat information. So after you visualize, you repeat what is said without looking at the subtitle. If the audio you're listening to happens to have a subtitle, that is. Now if it does, you use the subtitle to, after you've listened without looking at, repeated without looking at the subtitle, you use the subtitle itself to self-correct, to correct some of the things you might have gotten wrong in the first listen. Then you listen again to the audio and repeat the sentence immediately after the speaker speaks. This can help you if done repeatedly, because language is not something you do once and then you leave. If done repeatedly, it will help you uh, with the process, with the acquisition process. 会让你不仅让你的听力进步，你的口语也会进步，所以我们要好好做这些练习。希望你们都继续配合我做这些练习。Okay, so for short-term Chinese, since we are doing the listening part, we would start with chapter 16. Now in the PowerPoint I'm going to send to you, this is just an introduction of what you should expect. This has the audio, the new words which you are to listen to, and then you can listen to it along with your textbooks that you have, or the pictures which are here, which gives you the English meanings. After that, we go on to dialogue. There are 3 dialogues in chapter 16. We go on to the dialogue and listen, watch the visuals with the subtitles on. After that, we try, since we are starting, we do that again without the subtitle. The subtitle is covered. I'm sure you could probably take it off when I give you the PPT, but it would defeat the point of practice. So I would encourage you to do this diligently and honestly. It's for your own good. It's a practice. You don't have to submit anything. You just do it well. So you try and listen again to the audio. There's a button here. You listen again without the subtitle being visible. After that, the third listen, you listen. The audio is here. If you press the button, you'll find it there. You listen to it and then you fill in the blanks. The blanks can be filled, of course, outside of this, or if you so wish, you fill it in here. You fill in the blanks. The questions are not necessarily uh in order with the audio, but you should fill them in. Why? So that you'll be able to pick up words that might be hidden, that you you didn't have to know for to guess the meaning of this, but you do have to know to improve your listening skills. So that is why you should do this. So after you've listened to the audio, and then you should try reproduce the whole dialogue without looking at the text or without the video. You can always play some other place, and then without looking, repeat the whole dialogue, repeat it. You can record yourself, you can talk to somebody, repeat and see if you've gotten it right, and then you can self-check again with the subtitle. So do this also for dialogue 2 and dialogue 3, the three dialogues. By the time you're through with this, I should hope that you've been able to get it right. If there should be any issue with this, please do let me know so I can help with it. So our assignment is that we should listen to each dialogue and write out what we hear in key or in characters. Now this should be done without looking at the subtitle. There are videos that allow you to listen to the audio without the subtitle. Do this and write it out. It can be in PIN or in character. The being PIN or character is not target right here, right here. What we need is that you can really to hear what is being said and write it out with all the punctuations, please. Full stop, question mark, so that I'll know, commas, so I'll know that you do know where there is a stop and all that. Do this as much as possible, and then after that, the other assignment is listening to the recordings and then write the meaning of each in English. There are 10. This is just the first and second part of HSK2 listening. What you have to do is when you listen to question 1, you don't have to do it the same way HSK2 is done officially. You just write out whatever you hear in question 1, the English meaning of whatever you hear. Write it all out. I need to know that not only do you understand the Chinese, but you understand the meaning of what is said. So this is what we have for listening for this class. We would out. If you have any feedback, please let me know on WhatsApp or some other platform that you might have to contact me, and I will upload this. I'll upload this audio visual teaching, and as well as the PPT on the platform. Thank you.